Okay, friends, and in this course, we're going to study the prepositions of time. That means how and where we can different prepositions to express time of expressions. And as you see in here, and one of them is in. And we use in like in the past, in the present, or in the future, or in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. And if you look at these sentences and you understand what I mean. And here A, please be on time in the future. Future, see, we use. Yani gelecekte. I usually read a book in the evening, akşamleyin. I was born in October. In the months, we use in. In years, also, we use in. And centuries, like in the 20th century, in 1985, in 2010, whatever. Yıllarda, aylarda, akşam sabah, in. The weather is hot in summer, and the years generally we use in summer, spring, fall, winter. And on we use on a date, or like on a weekday or weekday morning, afternoon. And if you look at this sentence, I was born on October 31st. 31st is the day. Bu bir gündür. Like Monday, Tuesday, whatever, neyse. So here we use on. And I went to a movie on Thursday or Friday or Saturday. Or I have class on Thursday morning or Thursday mornings, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. So we use on like this. Bu şekilde kullanıyoruz on'u. At. We use at like at noon, at night, at midnight, or to express the time, like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, whatever. Or at present, at the moment, at the present. Yani şu an. Bunların hepsi şu an demek. We sleep at night. Geceleyin uyuruz. I was asleep at midnight. Gece yarısı uykudaydım anlamında. I fell asleep at 9:30. You see? 4 o'clock here. 9:30, 10, or 2, at 2. He's busy at present, or he's busy at the moment, or he's busy at the present time. Please call again. Lütfen tekrar arayın. Şu an anlamında. Gördüğünüz gibi in, on, and here we see how we use these prepositions in, on, at to express time of expressions. And now we have an exercise in here. Just look at the exercise, and by the way, please pause the video and then try to complete the sentences using in, at, on for the times. And number 1 is done. We don't know what will happen in the future. You see, future, past, we use in. And there was no blank at number 6. So I just put the blank. Burada bir boşluk yoktu. Buna dikkat edin. Hemen şimdi bunu koymamız gerekiyordu. Well, anyway, let me do like this. Okay. Now we have 22 exercises, and pause the video and then try to complete the sentences using in, at, on. Okay, number 2, history is the study of events that occurred in the past. The past, with the past we use in. Newspapers report events that happened at the present. The present, the moment, remember, we use at. Last year, I was a junior in high school. At the present, or at present, or at the present, or at the moment. Those three have the same meaning, and we use at. I'm a senior in high school. I'm a student at the present time, but I will graduate next month. Miss Walker cannot come to the phone right now. She is in a meeting at the moment. You see, the moment, present, we use at. I usually take a walk in the morning before I go to work. The morning, afternoon, evening, remember, we use in. Friend likes to take a nap in the afternoon. In the morning, in the afternoon, we use in, the preposition. Our family enjoys spending time together in the evening. See, in the evening, in the afternoon, in the morning. You know. Şimdi arkadaşlar bu preposition'ların buralarda nasıl kullandığını iyi öğrenmemiz gerekiyor. Yani niye in, niye at falan değil. At nerede nasıl kullanılıyor? In nerede nasıl kullanılıyor? On nerede nasıl kullanılıyor? Bunu bilmemiz gerekiyor. Çünkü dil İngilizce'de böyledir. Bu böyle kuralsa kuraldır yani. Well, anyway, let's get back to exercise. Our children always stay home at night. Night, we use at. I ate lunch at noon, at night. I got home at midnight. This is the preposition. I moved to this city in September. In months, we use in. I moved here in 2001. Years, we use in. I moved here in September 2001. Doesn't matter. Again, in. But here, I used, we say, I moved here on. Why? Because this shows the day, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday. So for those days, we use on. That's why here we use September, on September the 3rd. Do not get confused. Burada karışıklığa girmeyin. And you may think that, oh, there is a month in here. Okay, I can use in. No, but because of the number, we use on. I moved here again on September the 3rd, 2001. It shows a specific day, that means. Burada günün ismi geçmese de bu 3 bir günü belirtir. I moved here in the fall, in winter, in summer, whatever. I work in the morning, in the afternoon, I have an English class. On Wednesday, like this, you see, Wednesday, Tuesday, whatever, we use on. Same in here, because here 3 shows a specific day, belirli bir günü gösterir. Biraz hızlı gidiyorum. Çünkü artık bu orta düzey İngilizce, artık tamamen İngilizce'ye doğru geçmem gerekiyor. Çok detay gidersem konular çok uzayacak. Kusura kalmayın diyeceğim. On Thursday afternoon, again on Thursday, I have an English class. My plane was supposed to leave at 7:07. The clock we use at, but it didn't take off until 8:30. Now, preposition of time is, if you remember, we studied preposition of place, but right now we're studying preposition of time. Yani zamanları ilgilendiren prepositions değil mi? Edatları görüyoruz şu an. Supply the appropriate preposition and create a sentence. Ne demek istiyor? Uygun edatı bulun ve bir cümle oluşturun. Example, the moment. We use at, if you remember, the moment, at the moment. And the sentence, we are doing an exercise on prepositions at the moment. And look at this, and then supply an appropriate preposition like in, at, on, and then make sentences. And I'll make a couple of sentences, but if you make 12 sentences, that's better for you. Okay, number 1, in the future, at present, in the winter, in January, on January the 1st. Here, this shows a specific day. Belirli bir günü gösteriyor. Like Tuesday, Monday, Saturday, whatever. In 1999. On January the 1st, again, here shows a day in the 21st century. or in the 19th century, in the 15th century. Yüzyıl derken 13. yüzyıl, 19. yüzyıl. We use in the evening, at night, on Saturday morning or mornings, at 6 o'clock in the morning. And here are the sentences I have made. People will travel faster in the future. Gelecekte. We usually get together and talk about life in the evenings. In the evenings. We have sometimes have snow in winter. I have breakfast with my grandparents on Saturday mornings. Where is that? Yeah, here on Saturday mornings. Okay, that's it. And I think this exercise is not that difficult as you might think. Sanırım çok zor değil alıştırma. Okay, now word order, place and time. Okay, and in a sentence, and where can we use place and time? And if you look at this sentence, Sibel moved to Bursa in 2012. Here, Sibel is the subject and moved is the verb. To is preposition and preposition of place, because why? Bursa is a place. And in 2000 or in 2012 is the time. So we use time at the end, but before that we use place. But if we say like this, Sibel moved in 2012 to Bursa, this is incorrect. This is not right. Bu doğru bir cümle değil. Because the time should be at the end of the sentence, after place. And the place precedes the time and the time follows the place. Kural. Yani İngilizce'de böyle bir kural var. We went to a movie yesterday. Here we, subject, went, verb, and a movie is a place, and yesterday is the time, as you see. And look at this sentence. We bought a house in Antep in 1995. But we cannot say like, we bought a house in 1995 in Antep. Like this. This is not correct. Şimdi görüldüğü gibi zaman, place dediğimiz yerden sonra geliyor. Cümlenin sonunda geliyor. Bunun ikisini yer değiştirdiğiniz zaman İngilizce buna müsaade etmiyor. Kavga çıkıyor burada. Yalnız but we can use the time at the beginning or at the end. And if you wanna use the time at the beginning, after the time you need to use a comma. O zaman burada bir virgül. In 2012 and moved to Bursa. Yesterday we went to a movie. Gördüğünüz gibi. Now, look at this exercise. Word order, place and time. And it says create or make sentences from the given words. Add prepositions as necessary. Cümleler oluşturmamız isteniyor. Gerekli zamanda prepositions dediğimiz ilgeçleri ekleyeceğiz. Example. Bangkok, we, February, went. So the sentence should be like this. We went to Bangkok in February. Remember, for the months we use in. Or in February, apostrophe, we went to Bangkok. Now look at these three sentences and then just make a sentence using prepositions if necessary. But this is not that difficult. Number one, Alex works at his uncle's bakery on Saturday mornings. Or you can use this on Saturday mornings, preposition of time, remember, at the beginning. On Saturday mornings, Alex, and then go on. I often take a walk in the park in the evening. or in the evening I often take and the rest. Devamı. My plane arrived at the airport in the morning at 6:30. Here, put together, this is the preposition of time. In the morning at 6:30, my plane arrived at the airport. If you remember, we use at, sometimes in with arrive. And if you use for small places like airports, buildings, we use at, arrive at. But for bigger places like cities, countries, we use arrive in. Şimdi bunu ara ara açıklıyorum. Hani arrive bir in alıyor, bir de at alıyor. Büyük yerler olduğu zaman şehir gibi, ülke gibi, kasaba gibi, orada arrive in. Mesela işte my plane arrived in İstanbul dersiniz. Ama ufak yerler için bu airport olabilir, istasyon olabilir, bir bina olabilir. İşte orada arrived at alıyor. Bu da ekstra bir bilgi. Ara ara hatırlatıyorum bunu. Now we studied subject verb agreement before, but this is kind of review. Şimdi bu bir üzerinden geçme gibi oluyor. Subject verb agreement. What does it mean? In a sentence, if the subject is singular, the verb also should be singular. If the subject is plural, the verb should be plural. So they should be in the same category. That's why we call it subject-verb agreement. Yani cümlede özne tekil ise fiil de buna uygun hale olması gerekiyor. Tekil ise tekil şekilde. Tekil artık neyse nasılsa onun. Çoğul ise çoğul şeklinde gelmesi gerekiyor. Şimdi burada tekil, burada çoğul bir fiili kullandığınız zaman bunlar kargaşaya neden olur. Barışamazlar. Cümle olmaz. Yani the sun shine deseniz olmadı. Cümle olmuyor. Çünkü niye? In simple present tense for third person singular in positive sentences the verb takes s. The sun shines. Singular, singular. Birds, plural, and in present, simple present tense for plural subjects we use the verb one. Fiilin asıl kendini kullanıyoruz. We don't add any s at the end of the verb. That's why we call this subject-verb agreement. Now look at this. Singular. My brother leaves. My brother, that means he. So, he, subject singular. The verb also should be singular. Where? In Zonguldak. This is the place. And we use Zonguldak at the end. My brother and sister here is not singular, so it's plural. That means they. They live. You see, subject plural, verb plural. They live, or my brother and sister live in Zonguldak. And look at these sentences. The glasses over there, under the window, by the sink, are clean. Subject, verb. But here I use helping verb. Doesn't matter. Either sometimes helping verb, sometimes I use verb. But again, there should be an agreement between the subject and the either verb or helping verb. İster burada yardımcı fiil olsun, ister normal fiil olsun. Özne ile bu yardımcı fiil ya da genel asıl fiil arasında bir uyum olması lazım. Plural, plural. Şimdi bu aradaki ekstra bilgi. Bilgi ne? Şu. Lavabonun yanındaki pencerenin altında oradaki bardaklar, pencere altında bulunan bardaklar are clean. Şu kızım, yani over there under the window by the sink, this is extra information. But here I have to find the verb or the helping verb. This one. Plural, plural. The information is singular. And because why? This is uncountable. Yani normalde tekil değil, zaten bu sayılamıyor. Hatırlarsanız sayılamayan isimler İngilizce'de tekil görevi görür. The information in those magazines about Vietnamese culture and customs is very interesting. The information is very interesting. Bu aradaki gene ekstra bilgi. Gördüğünüz gibi. So singular, singular. There is a book on the desk. But here, subject here. The verb, helping verb, this is the helping verb. So, singular and should be singular. But look at this. Books, plural. So, it should be plural. There are some books on the desk. Gördüğünüz gibi burada ise subject burada geldi. Burası tekil ise fiilde ya da yardımcı fiilde tekil. Çoğulsa çoğul olacak. Yani we cannot say there is some books. This is not correct. This is incorrect. Every student, every requires singularity. Zaten every kullandığınız zaman burada bir tekil var demektir. Every student is sitting down. Singular, singular. Everybody or everyone hopes. Singular, singular. Again, the verb also is singular for simple present tense. Everybody hopes for peace. People, plural, verb, helping verb, plural. This is extra information. People in my country or people in this city. Doesn't matter. Burada hangi başka ekstra bilgi gelirse gelsin. Orası önemli değil. Ben şunu tamamlayacak bir fiil bulmam lazım burada. People are friendly. Arkadaş yanlısı. Gördüğünüz gibi işte öznelerle fiiller arasındaki bir uyumun olması gerekiyor. Tekilse tekil, çoğulsa çoğul. Buna subject verb agreement diyoruz. Aksi takdirde we can see some kind of fight. Bir tür fight. Bir tür burada çarpışma olur. And in this exercise it says, again this is subject verb agreement, underline and identify. Underline, you know, if you put a line under the word, you underline it. And identify, that means find out the subject and the verb. Correct errors in agreement. That means the sentences have some errors, or there are some errors in the sentences. Number 1. Earthquakes occur. Occur means happen or take place. Olur anlamında. Every day of the year. Earthquakes, subject. This is plural. Earthquake is singular. Earthquakes, plural. And the verb, you see, occur. We don't use s. Because why? This is plural. And look at number 2. Candles burn slowly. Again, subject, verb. Plural, plural. So no error. Burada herhangi bir hata yok. Look at the rest of the sentences and then try to find out the errors if there is and correct them and then underline subject and verb. Okay, let's go and see the subject-verb agreement in the sentences. Number 3, my mother. Singular, should be singular, speaks. Simple present, Spanish. My aunt and uncle, that means they speak. But here, my mother is the subject, speaks is the verb. Should be S. My aunt and uncle, subject, speak is the verb. So plural, plural. Oscar speaks Spanish and English. Oscar is the subject, singular, and speaks so as singular verb for present tense. The students in this class speak. The students is the subject and speak is the verb. Plural, plural. Every student. Every means singular. After every, I use a singular noun. Every student in my class speaks. Singular, singular. English well. Şimdi artık cümleleri ben artık açıklamak istemiyorum. Çünkü çok zaten çoğunu biliyoruz. Bildiğinizi kabul ederek böyle bir şey yapıyorum. And because from now on, as I told you before, I try to explain these grammatical rules in English. There are 5 students. If I use here are plus here and there's 5, that means should be plural. Plural and plural. There are 5 students. Verb or helping verb and students subject from Korea in Mr. Brown's class. There is a vacant apartment in my building is helping verb or verb singular, apartment subject singular. Do people in the United States like Chinese food? People is the subject, do helping verb, like verb, plural, plural. The people in Brazil speak Portuguese. The people, subject, plural, speak, verb, should be plural, agreement. We cannot say speaks because this is plural. There are many different kinds of fish. Kinds of fish is the subject and plural. Remember, the plural and the singular form of the fish are the same. Bunun her iki hali de aynıydı hatırlarsanız. So plural, plural. The neighbors, you see, plural, in the apartment next to mine are helping verb. Plural, plural. This is extra information, are very friendly and helpful. Every student, again, after every, we use singular noun. Every student in this room has singular, singular, simple present, a grammar book. Okay, now I'll stop this course here, but we'll continue to study the same, the subject, maybe a little bit different, like adjectives, some other things, and see you next time.